Hello, everybody. You won't believe what I've seen.
Don't keep us guessing, Dick. Go on and tell us.
Around midnight, I saw a beam of light. Could have been a torch. In any case, the beam wandered right across the open space and then disappeared suddenly. Curious, isn't it?
That sounds really exciting. If it really was a torch, who could be sneaking around over there at night?
Well, maybe the two men from the hut. And when the light disappeared, they were probably going down into an underground passage or something.
Hold on, I haven't finished yet. A few hours ago, the light beam reappeared and disappeared again, more or less where the hut is.
That must have been the two men. That's why they sleep during the day, because they're up all night. But why did Dick only see one light beam? There are two men after all. It was probably just someone from the village who was curious and wanted to look around a bit.
Or even Mr. Brown himself. Maybe he's not quite as nice as we've always thought.
I don't believe that. Mr. Brown is one of the nicest people I know. We should check the hut more thoroughly. We might even find the underground passageway.
George is right, but you'll have to go without me. I can barely keep my eyes open.
Oh, I'm still quite tired myself.
Very well then, you sleepy lot. Come on, Anne. The boys won't be much use today. Right, George. We shouldn't go there, George. Uncle Quentin expressly forbade us. Oh, Anne, don't worry so much. We'll just look around and won't let them catch us. Even so, I'm a bit scared. Couldn't we take Timmy along as a guard dog? Of course we'll take Timmy along. And Anne, if you want to, you can wait for me here. I'll just have a quick look around and then I'll be straight back, all right? OK, George. But take good care. I'll hide back there in the meantime. Good luck. I'll be right back. Come on, Timmy. Anne, for heaven's sake, are you hurt? No, I don't really know. George, my arm's hurting. Get me out of here. I'm so frightened. Anne, just calm down. I'll send Timmy back to Kieran Cottage with a message for Julian and Dick to come and help us. Good idea, George, but please hurry. Come on, George. Attach the message to Timmy's collar and send him back to Kieran Cottage. Calm down, Timmy. Listen, you run back to Kieran Cottage as fast as you can and give this message to Dick and Julian. Go, Timmy.
Dick! Look, there's Timmy!
Gosh, Julian, something must have happened. Look, he's got a message for us. Dick, Julian, we need help. Anne has fallen into a shaft. You've got to help us. We're beyond the fence. George.
We've got to help them. But first we must think about what we need to pull Anne out of that shaft.
We definitely need a strong rope and a pole, as well as a hammer and a pulley wheel.
Yes, exactly. We can make a block and tackle out of that, and then pull Anne out with it. Dick, we mustn't mention Anne's accident. We don't want to upset Mrs. Miller.
So what should I say?
Think of something. You always have such good ideas.
Hello, Mrs. Miller. Could we borrow a rope and a pulley wheel, please?
Hello, boys. Why do you need them?
We want to rescue some valuable treasure.
Aha. What is it this time? Diamonds? In that case, I would like at least 10% of the reward. Just help yourselves. But mind you don't hurt yourselves.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Miller, and goodbye.
And don't worry about the reward. Ah, there's the pole. Now let's get to Anne and George. Fast.
Timmy, there you are again. Well done. Dick and Julian, good, you made it.
Hello, George. Where's Anne? Is she all right?
I'm down here, Julian. Please get me out of here fast.
All right, Anne. We'll get to work straight away.
We should assemble the block and tackle now, Dick.
Right, that's done. Hello, sister. You've almost made it. You just have to hold on to the rope. Julian and I will pull you up.
Thanks, Dick. And please hurry up. Thank you ever so much, all of you. And especially you, Timmy. You're such a good dog.
Looks like some kind of shaft. Uncle Quentin told me that the Romans used to sink shafts like these to look for water underground. Perhaps this is a well shaft like that.
That would mean that there might be more shafts like this around here.
Exactly, George. That's why we've got to be careful from now on.
Shouldn't we be getting back home?
Not now, Anne. We should have another look around.
Who knows when this might come in handy? case, I'll have a look around down there. Who knows, I might even find something.
It's no use without your Wellington boots, George. It's far too muddy down there. Just think of the fit Aunt Fanny will have when we both come home covered in mud.
You're right, Anne. She'll be mad enough when she sees you like this. And we don't have any Wellington boots here.
But we still have the plastic bags for our sandwiches. Now we just need something to fasten the plastic bags with.
Perfect fit. Now we just need something to tie the rope to. That branch doesn't look awfully strong.
We've thought of everything, George. Try the pole. 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 We've thought of everything, George. Try the pole.
Brilliant the way you managed that. But still watch out down there, George.
I'll watch out all right, Anne. See you later. Hey, I've found something.
Super, George. Carry on looking. Maybe there's more.
Weren't those knocking sounds? Let's get out of here.
Uh-oh. We've got visitors.
What are you up to here? This is not a playground. And get that blasted dog off my back.
Timmy, let go! Let go, I said!
We're sorry. We were just curious and wanted to explore these shafts a bit.
Just look at what I found down there.
Give me that rubbish. If you don't get out of here this minute, I'll make you sorry that you ever came. Is that clear?
All right, we understand. Come on, let's get out of here.
Who on earth was that odd fellow?
Well, he scared me. I wouldn't like to run into him again.
Did you see the way he snatched it out of my hands? He didn't even look at it.
Yes, that's really strange, George.
But that's not all. I heard knocking sounds down there.
You've got to be joking, George. You've seen too many horror films. That must have been your heart pounding.
Why should I go over there?
I was terribly scared down there.
George could be right, you know. If this was in fact a Roman settlement, there should be underground channels and a water reservoir. Perhaps there's somebody in the reservoir.
We need a map of what's down there to find our way about. Otherwise we'll get lost in all those passages and never find our way out again.
Well, let's look for a map like that then.
Mr. Brown's bound to have one in his room.
You know full well that Aunt Fanny's forbidden us to go into the spare room.
You're right. I hope Mr. Brown comes back soon.
I'll go and look for Aunt Fanny. I've got to clean and disinfect my cot.
This business with the map isn't that urgent. Let's take care of Anne first.
My dear child, just look at yourself. And what on earth happened to your arm?
I was taking a stroll when I slipped on a stone and fell.
Come and sit down, Anne. Oh, yes. It's actually not as bad as it looks. George, please fetch me the iodine bottle and the bandages from the first aid cabinet.
Yes, Mother. The iodine's here, but where are the bandages?
Thanks, George. But you've forgotten the bandages.
No, I haven't, Mother. There wasn't any left in the cabinet.
What shall we do now? I've just remembered that Mr. Brown's got a first aid kit in his room. I'm sure he won't mind us borrowing something. Would you be so kind and bring me the case, Georgina?
Of course, Mother. I'm on my way. But Mother, you know the spare room's locked.
Oh, yes, sorry. Here's the key.
Aunt Fanny's bound to find some bandages in here. Gosh, there's a map of the excavation site. And just look at that. There really is a secret passageway right next to the shaft. Well, since I'm here, I might as well have a little look around. One really shouldn't read other people's diaries, but here, the last entry. I have discovered the entrance to the underground water system today. I will finally be able to go down there tomorrow. But that's absurd. This entry's from the day before Mr. Brown supposedly went to this fair. I've got to tell the others straight away.
How about it, Georgina? We need the dressing material. Will you please hurry?
Coming! Listen, I've got some fantastic news. Let's go upstairs quickly.
What's up, George?
I'll tell you upstairs. Here, Mother, the first aid kit. Anne, we'll be in the boys' room if you're looking for us.
All right. I'll catch up with you as soon as I'm done here.
Right, George. What's up?
When I was up in Mr. Brown's room, I discovered a map of the dig. There actually is a secret entrance to the underground channel system, as we suspected.
That's absolutely incredible.
But that's not all. I took a peek in his diary and the last entries for the day before he supposedly left.
What do you mean, supposedly? Hasn't he left?
Just wait for it, Dick. I'm not done yet. The entry reads, I have discovered the entrance to the underground water system today, so that I will finally be able to go down there tomorrow.
Mr. Brown's diary doesn't exactly sound as if he was intending to visit the World Fair the next day. Maybe he didn't leave at all, and is secretly exploring the underground channel system.
Why should he do that?
I don't really know, but it would explain why that character just now reacted in such an odd way, and why they both work at night. No doubt Dick saw one of them from the lighthouse.
Nice reasoning, dear brother. Then Mr. Brown's not as nice as we supposed.
That's nonsense, Dick. Why on earth did he take me to the dig with him and explain everything to me then? Not to mention the trowel he gave me as a present.
You're probably right, George, but you have to admit the whole thing's a bit odd.
Maybe we can learn something from the message Mr. Brown left my mother before he apparently went to this World Fair. Mother, do you still have Mr. Brown's note?
I put it with the kindling paper this morning. If you're lucky, your father hasn't burnt it yet.
Thanks, Mother.
Georgina, how many times have I told you to knock before you come rushing into my study?
But I'm just looking for Mr. Brown's note. Mother said it's here in the basket, but I can't find it anywhere.
That's not surprising. It should be right here on my desk.
On your desk?
Yes, I thought it was one of my notes. I only noticed later that it wasn't my handwriting at all. It must be somewhere on my desk. First, you'll put everything back into the basket, and then we'll have a little chat, you and I. Georgina, how many times have I told you to knock before you come rushing into my study?
But I'm just looking for Mr. Brown's note. Mother said it's here in the basket, but I can't find it anywhere.
That's not surprising. It should be right here on my desk.
On your desk?
Yes, I thought it was one of my notes. I only noticed later that it wasn't my handwriting at all. It must be somewhere on my desk.
Here's Mr. Brown's note. My father's a brilliant academic, but a bit confused sometimes. Father, I am sorry, but the note is very important.
All right, Georgina. You've got it now. And now please leave me alone.
Hello, everybody. I've got it.
That's super. Well done, cousin.
Just listen carefully to what Mr. Brown wrote. Good morning, Mrs. Kiran. I have to go to the World Fair today at short notice. Please don't let my room to anyone else. I'll be back in a couple of days. Dave Brown. That's rather strange.
What's the matter, George?
He only wrote our surname with one R. Funny, because he knows how our surname is spelled.
Something's wrong here. Maybe the note was written by someone else.
What do you mean, Julian?
Well, maybe Mr. Brown didn't write the note himself.
But how can we find that out, Julian?
Julian, you're a genius! Everybody look! The two handwritings are not the same.
It means, therefore, that the note on the door was not written by Mr. Brown.
But who else could have written it? And why? Or do you mean to say that Mr. Brown's in danger?
In danger? But of course. Just think of the knocking sounds in the well. He's bound to be in difficulties.
Just calm down, George. I'm sure there's a logical explanation for everything.
Come on now, Julian. We've got to go back to the dig. Maybe George was right and there actually were knocking sounds from the well.
Bother. It's already getting dark.
Well, is that a problem?